So what's up, you guys? How you guys doing? It's about 5 o'clock in the morning. I cannot sleep, so I'm gonna talk about this Anton Sheldon thing. I've been up for about 24 hours almost, so I'm sorry for stumbling on my words. Anyway, I want to say no murder is good murder, and no injustice should be justified by using stereotypes. And that's what a lot of people do when we get killed. You can't sit there and say black people don't care about each other because black on black violence. For one, you guys need to know the history about black on black violence and why this thing exists. For one, it was made up by the media. And I'm gonna give you a short history about how these ghettos formed. The true definition of a ghetto is a small area where it's just a certain type of ethnicity there. Like a lot of Italians, a lot of blacks, a lot of Hispanics, blah blah blah. So immigration time happened. That's when a lot of people was coming here, coming to America. We had the Swedish, Polish, Italians, blah 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 blah, different ethnicities. They were selling their cultures. That's why we have 100-year shops of tailoring, 100-year shops of people selling pole sausages, people selling pizza, da 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 da. Black people was here through slavery. Okay, they let the slaves free, or we still had Jim Crow laws and stuff like that for black people couldn't build businesses up. And when we did build our businesses up, things happened like Black Wall Street. And then after that, when we tried building ourselves up, things happened like the Harlem Renaissance, crack epidemic, government putting crack in our communities. And then after that, we got sickle cell. And the government is still doing things today. What we see, moderation with this Flint thing. You people want to act like racism doesn't exist, but you guys do not want to look at the history. See, these ghettos were formed. It's not like they just broke out of nowhere. And if you guys know anything, from poverty, low education, that's when violence happened. So if you got a group of black people in this ghetto, the true definition of the ghetto, which I told you guys just now, is a bunch of ethnicities in one group, a certain ethnicity. Of course they're going to kill each other. Because from poverty, violence happened. It's not that black people just going around targeting, yeah, I'm going to kill him right there, that. It's a whole thing that's been in place throughout history. And yes, we can blame rap songs and stuff like that, but I can go deeper on that and tell you why. Like the music industry does not promote positive music, which I'm not gonna go into that. That's a whole different subject. But you guys cannot. What I'm saying is, you cannot justify injustice from a cop killing people, especially when this system that was in place by this injustice is just contradiction to me. That's like telling a woman out there, you deserve to get raped because, yeah, Cleveland's out there and you was talking dirty to me, so, I thought you wanted it. That sounds idiotic. That's like telling people in Orlando, y'all deserve to get killed because y'all gay and that's sin. So, I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna kill you. All gay people's out there having unprotected sex anyway. You guys cannot use stereotypes to try to justify injustice. That's very pointless. And it's very ignorant on you guys. I'm saying people, I'm not saying you personally, people don't get offended. But for anyone who uses that type of ideology, it's really ignorant. For one, I'm not a violent person. I'm not out there killing people. So my life shouldn't be less valuable for what someone does in Chicago. Should I say your life is less valuable because of what someone did in a different state that you don't even know from a stereotype? That's just, it's dumb. I don't know the words to use it. It's very dumb. We want to look at the cops like they're all good. Well, honestly, not all cops are good. Not all cops are bad. But we need to hold the ones who's being bad accountable. And that's where all these things happen. That's why people saying Black Lives Matter. It's not saying that no one cares about white people. No one cares about Hispanic people. What it's saying is we need to put some justice in this injustice system. Because it's not right. Like Jesse Williams said, and he got a lot of flack over there. We see serial killers, Dylan Roof, kill these people in the church. He is a dude. These cops, they know the training when it comes to the serial killers. The guy who shot up the theater, the Batman thing. Oh, they know that their tactics in. But yet when it comes to a black man laying on the ground, he gets killed. When it comes to a 12-year-old, he gets killed. When it comes to Sean Bell brushing his hair, he gets killed. I mean, you guys gotta look at this for what it is. It's not people's race bait. It's not people. It's same thing. It's the people's tired of it. I'm tired of getting harassed by the cops, and you can't sit there and blame people in Chicago for me getting harassed. We are our individuals. For one, I got pulled over by the cops the other day. Well, not the other day, a couple weeks ago, and I made a thing about it on Facebook, and people act like I was tripping. But for one, I didn't tell you guys the whole story. Just like I seen a video earlier today on Facebook, what happened in Minnesota. I forgot the exact place, but it's gonna come out there. This woman made a video, I think it was Facebook Live. The cops killed him over the dude reaching for his wallet. Now, during the time when I got pulled over, I was doing a show. I mean, I had to meet somewhere. I didn't know exactly where to meet these kids. I had to pick them at their house because, for one, I was in the area, but I didn't know exactly where I was at. And I thought I was running late, so I was kind of panicking. I backed up, no one was behind me, and the cops pulled me over. I told them, like, you guys, what is it about? My record's clean. I don't have nothing. I'm like, I know I didn't do nothing illegal. And they said, you got your plate in the back of your window. I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, my plate is good. I'm like, I'll put it back there. It just fell out. Which it did fall now. Which people put their plates in the back of the window all the time. This cop acting like, what, are you above the law? Because that, I'm like, dog, why are you tripping like that? You coming at me just going ham, going hard, yelling your voice, raising your voice at me over a license plate. And people act like black people are supposed to just sit there and comply when this stuff happens. For one, you guys gotta look at this. Think about when you're on the phone with a telemarketer. That sweet old telemarketer that got her voice. Hi, welcome to tele blah 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 blah. Would you want to change your phone today? When you pick up that phone, sometimes you pick up, oh hi, I'm doing good. Automatically your voice changes like that. So if someone's talking to you in an aggressive manner, automatically you're gonna turn to aggressive manner. If someone push you, you automatically want to get up and push them back. You can't say black people got to be the ones that sit there and be, oh, don't hit me. Because one, I had white friends, okay? I hang out with different friends. And I had one of the old cats told me, oh, a cop was giving me a ticket, oh, I'll just let him have it. How come this guy can let him say, I can just let him have it, but if I say I'll let him have it, it results in me getting 6 feet under. That's inequality at its finest. You can't just sit there and let these cops get off who's doing all this injustice. And you can't sit there and tell black people just be alright with this, because for one, it's wrong. It's not all black people out here killing people, and it's not all black people are doing wrong. I mean, the ones who's actually doing black on black violence, whatever, doing type of violence, you can't compare them to a cop who's supposed to be having law and order. That person in the street that you call a thug or whatever is doing his thing, he's doing his own thing. He's a civilian. That's like me going out there and killing someone and saying, you know what, oh, the cops did it. I'm going to be put in jail. So why is it not the same narrative for the cops? I want you guys to really look at life and how you value life, because it seems like whenever this stuff happens, you don't get to the real things. You just look at color and you don't look at it's a life being lost. Think about someone you love, whatever, your grandma, your mom, your brother, your sister, your brother, and them getting killed over a traffic stop or a misunderstanding. Are you gonna want people saying that he's ever died? I mean, people got family out here. Whether they did something wrong, we all have people out here. You might have a crackhead. I think that all good family has a crackhead in their family, a drug addict. Do you want to judge them and say, oh, they deserve to die because they have a problem? I don't care if you're a criminal or you're the sweetest saint in the world. No one deserves to die over something small, even if it's something big. And we need to really look at that as a people. This system is very corrupt and it's very racist. Flat out. Instead of we getting mad and blaming each other, oh, white people this, black people that, blah, blah, blah. We need to look at the system, because for one, the signs are all around us, but we ignore them. Pink Floyd, I love them. One of my favorite bands. Even though this saying was said before. At the end of the song, what does they say? United we stand, divided we fall. That term expression is used all the time. When you think about all the races combined, like fingerprints, the government got us all spready. Can y'all see my hand? I just spread this camera out a little bit. I'm sorry. Like fingerprints. Government got us all spread it out. Blah, 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 blah. They got us fighting while they make the money. But we all come together, we form a fist, and we fight back against injustice. You see, this fist is more powerful than me just pointing you as one finger. So instead of us pointing and just blame each other, we need to look at the system, because for one, classism is a big thing too that we don't want to look at. I mean, racism is a top of the thing, but for one, if it came down to it, poor white people against the bad born too, the bad burden. So I'm gonna wrap this video because I feel like I've been talking a lot, and I will talk about this issue a little bit more. But the gist of what I'm trying to say is, don't look at this person as a criminal if they had a rap sheet, because for one, everyone's saying he was a nice man. We all seen people out there selling CD. So I mean, for one, where I live at, it's this dude on 38th Street, whatever, he's out there dancing and stuff. We all know these neighborhood cats, these characters who do the weird stuff. We don't want to talk to them like that, but they sweet on by no one. They just living life trying to better themselves. And cops come in aggressive and kill them. Now I didn't watch this video, but anyway, if someone's laying on the ground and they get killed, come on, whether they have a gun or not, cops are trained to do these things. Like, people just act like cops don't have no type of training, and they act like when it comes to black people getting killed, like no one has a natural reflex to resist. Instead of us blaming, like, why don't we seriously just look at a human life as being lost? And it's happening a lot. And for one, I want to say, and it's injustice and stuff, it's been happening, but now we got cameras and we're recording these things. A lot of this stuff, this cold blue and this protective blue thing is not good. For one, I got people in my family who commit crimes. I got cousins, I love them to death. I've been tight with. If they did crimes, I just told my brother, yo, if you do some stupid stuff, even though my brother's not like that, I'm not putting up there. I just told him, you know, you did some stuff like that, some crazy stuff, I'm not going to be behind you. You're going to deserve to get locked up. I'm not going to pay your bond. The cops need to do the same thing. If y'all do some killing, I'm not standing behind you. Because what it is, that whole buddy system with the cops, that's like one of your employees go kill someone. You like, you know, you my dog. I'm not going to let you go out like that. You're not going to get arrested. It's the same type of tactic. So, I'm going to wrap this video up. That being said, really speak up about injustice for you about their life. For me, people think I just been doing this stuff now, but I mean, I've been talking about it. I mean, I got suspended from school for doing some stuff like that. Because for one, I always like equality. I don't care what color you are. Like, I love culture and I love people. Like, I was a person before it was like a super gay thing. I hate to say it like that. Who loved it. Like, my favorite color was the rainbow because I looked at the rainbow. It was all the colors and all the shades. And to me, that was like a beautiful thing to see every color. Like, I don't want to just be saying one color single as my favorite. I want all colors to be my favorite. And that comes with people. I mean, of course I'm going to love black people more. It's not racist because you got a bias. You love your people more. If you're white, you love white people more. Hispanic people, even though Hispanics are black, you love more. That's not really a bias. I mean, that's your people. You're supposed to love your people more. It's like you love your family more than you love your friends for the most part. But that doesn't mean you go around hating people. That being said, I love everyone. Everyone share love and spread love. And if you see injustice, don't try to blame a stereotype or blame the victim for it, because that just, it comes off as very ugly. It's this system that's in place. Like, this system really kills me because it really does. And when you start waking up your mind, like my mind been woke for a long time, even as a teenager. But if you turn off the TV, you start seeing things like Empire as a problem. Y'all don't want to look at Empire as a problem, but it is, because it just shows stereotypes. And that's another thing, man. People's looking at this stuff. If you just seeing different type of rap music, the song being exposed, the mainstream stuff. You don't see Twali Kweli, the good rap out there. Like, I can tell you about a whole bunch of positive, conscious rap out there that's not being distributed, but the mainstream rap is kill, 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 murder, 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 blah, 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 blah. It's just horrible. And the shows too, like I said, Empire. I mean, I haven't watched the show, but what is it about? What's her name? Cookie. She's a hood rat, all ghetto and stuff, promoting gay agenda. Most of the shows about a rapper, gangbangers and stuff like that. That's all we get. All we get to be is slaves, gangbangers, hood cats. When black people is much more than that. And it's not just black people. You look at every people. Every people. What do you see them? 9 times out of 10, they're being a terrorist. Look at gay people. 9 times out of 10, they're being extra flamboyant or extra hardcore. I'm lesbian. Asian people. I'm Asian. 9 times out of 10, being some people doing martial arts or just can't speak English at all. Hispanic people can't speak English at all, being a maid or something like that. And these different type of things, that's why I don't watch TV, because it programs you subconsciously for that way when you do see people that you don't really are not accustomed to, and people you're not breaking out your comfort zone to, you see them and you associate them with that stereotype. And that's the police do when they see black people as well. So that being said, I know I didn't cover everything I want to do in this video, but you know, it's kind of long, it's kind of lengthy. Share love and spread love. And for all who saw this video, I hope y'all can get the image out your mind, because for one, I haven't watched it, but a lot of people told me it's horrible. So that being said, peace, y'all.